I never get out of Los Angeles. I'm working all the time. I have weekends off. That's all I have. But I have heard so much about this play, and everyone raves about it. You won a Tony Award for it. Congratulations.
Well, thank you very much.
So, explain to everyone what Dear Evan Hansen is.
Sure. So Dear Evan Hansen is a musical that's still running on Broadway that we started developing like 3.5 years ago. That's by the music is by Pascal Paul, who wrote the music in La La Land, and they have the movie Greatest Showman coming out. And it's about a really lonely, sort of anxiety-ridden teenager who sort of struggles to connect, and that's kind of like amplified by hyperconnectivity and social media and all that good stuff. And so I think. Fabricates this big lie that the whole show is about a friendship that he had with a kid in his class that was untrue, with a kid that has taken his own life. And through this fake friendship kind of finds like a new confidence and a new sort of voice, although it's kind of predicated on a lie. So it's sort of this moral story of whether or not that's sort of the right path or not. And then social media also plays a big role in it. There's like lots of projections and sort of interjections from the world around him.
But it's a really, I mean, all Broadway is intense, because how many shows a week did you do?
Well, we did 8 shows a week. So we did a production in DC, a production off Broadway, and now on Broadway. So it's been quite a long journey, and we do 8 a week, and it's a lot of sort of discipline and a lot of like not eating dairy or gluten and not, you know, going out, not drinking, and not smoking. It's I mean, I agree with all those things anyway, but why not the dairy and gluten? What's that got to do with performing? So as a singer, it causes a lot of mucus. Like it's bad for like, and also in the show I had to cry a great amount. So there's a lot of like mucus coming out anyway, not to be disgusting, but so it's a great
sorry,
way
I
to
missed it. But so I heard that you didn't like talk, you didn't do anything on your downtime.
I did. I mean, especially when I was feeling a little bit shaky in the voice, because it is a really vocally demanding part, and I wanted to really give it my all every night. But that gave me sort of a great opportunity to kind of meditate on the experience and like have a chance to sort of take everything in, because it was sort of, I've been doing theater since I was like 6 or 7 years old, and so to be in an original Broadway musical that wins the Tony and create a character from scratch and have all this wonderful stuff happen has sort of like been my dream since I was a little kid. So it gave me an opportunity to like have time to process all that.
I'm glad you did, and you're 24, right?
Yes, indeed.
So to
24.
achieve all this, you know, by the time you're 24...
I'm just gonna go to bed now.
Yeah, you should rest. You need to rest for a little while. That's a lot. I mean, that's a lot to take on. So Beyonce came to see you, which I know that was... I mean, everyone went, from what I understand, like everyone went to see you except for me. I think I'm the only person who didn't,
much.
And I'm sorry.
That's all right. I can see you've got stuff going on.
Got a few things. But did you know she was in the audience before you went out?
I had some warning, which was good because I don't think I would have really been able to handle myself if not. Beyonce is my sort of like #1 of all people. Like I can't really be around her without like fully just going crazy. And so I had 2 days notice. I like planned a haircut, planned an extra voice lesson, really wore my favorite outfit, and then as soon as I walked out on stage, I saw like sort of just the silhouette of her hair on the aisle, and it was just everything I'd ever dreamed. And she took the time to come back and see us and was kind enough to talk about the show, and it was everything I dreamed. It was unbelievable.
Well, and then you just got assigned to a record deal.
I did. I'm going to make an album at Atlantic Records.
And will you have her on your record?
There is nothing that I would love more than that. The thought of that really makes me sweat. I would be the most honored, even if she wanted to just like say a single word, like at the start of a track, or just like appear like sort of on the cover of the album, just anything she wanted to do.
You make her hair seem so long. Every time you motion her hair, it gets longer and longer.
It's just a wavy sea of glory.
Of glory. It is a wavy, you're right, it's a wavy sea of glory. All right, well, it's so nice meeting you, and thanks for being here.
It's my pleasure.
And congratulations on everything that's going on in your life, and you're in Sexiest Man in People, and so you're a sexy man, and you've got all these things going on. So you're actually, at 25, you could be the youngest ever to get an EGOT. You're only missing an Oscar. That's the only thing.
That is correct. That's what I hear.
Yeah, I think I know a way for you to win an Oscar.
Right now?
Not right this minute, no.
Okay.
No, you'll have to be in a movie. But I saw this picture of you as a young boy, and it seems like you love...
Yes, that's my Aladdin birthday party.
Right. So maybe you play Aladdin.
I heard a rumor that they maybe already made the remake with my friend Mina Massoud playing the role, so I could
Oh.
Maybe it's not too late.
Well, you can
never know.
always do, there's always multiple movies about the same
You're right.
subject.
Maybe like a prequel.
Right,
Like How
yeah.
Did He Meet Abu?
Right.
Sort of a thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why don't you do that?
Yeah, perfect.
All right.
Disney?
Yeah.
Disney?
They're listening,
Good.
believe me. Okay, so this is your first album, right?
This is my first album, yeah.
Are you excited? Are you nervous? Are you, what's happening?
Both. I got pretty desensitized during the whole Evan Hansen experience to sort of like being very vulnerable on stage and sort of exposing a lot of who I am. But I think that doing my own material is a brand new experience,
right.
and sort of shows parts of myself without the safety net of like a character or like a piece surrounding me. So it's,
because it's very personal. So you sing, you write about relationships with men that you've had.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
That's a very new thing for me as well. I never have had the opportunity in my work or in my sort of art to discuss my sexuality or my relationships, and so to have an opportunity to do that through something personal and through a piece of work has been really wonderful. And I have to say I grew up really a large fan of yours and of your stand-up, and I'm very inspired by you because you always sort of, in the way that you discuss your sexuality and your relationships, it became part of the art and sort of part of what makes you so funny and so fantastic and not in replacement of, and that was just really inspiring to me, and
well,
so
thanks.
I tried to.
Thank you so much. Thanks. Well, I'm honored. So what has been the response from your fans?
So far, so good. You know, I think it's a weird transition from Evan Hansen because Evan is this very anxious, sort of hunched over, like bites his nails kind of kid, and I'm very different, as you can see. I'm amazingly cool. But you know, I think it's exposing in a new way, and I'm trying to show different parts of myself. But they've been really wonderfully supportive, and kind of the whole kind of sexuality of it all has been really kind of encouragingly innocuous. Like it has not been this big. I think hopefully we're past the time where it's got to be this whole giant announcement, and it can just be part of who you are and part of the work.
Exactly. That's what it should be. It should just be like, oh, we happen to know that that person is gay, and that's it.
Yeah,
it's got nothing to do with anything.
I'm very single. Like we can mention that.
Okay, well, it's great to. So you're single, and we'll just say it again. He's single, and you'll get some calls from people, and you're single.
Sounds good to me.
All right. So, and you're going to be a part of this Ryan Murphy's new Netflix. Is it Netflix?
Yes, it's Netflix. Yeah.
The Politician.
Yes, indeed. We shot our first season in the fall. It's called The Politician. He's obviously Ryan Murphy is a creative genius.
Yes,
he's
he is.
Pretty much the best there is, and it's a very new, very different character for me, playing sort of this kind of sociopathic, very conniving politician who wants to be president of his senior class in high school, and kind of all of the darkness that ensues.
That's going to be huge. But I mean, just Ryan Murphy alone, you just his name, and you go, oh, it's going to be great.
Oh yeah, it was. I felt very safe, surrounded by him and his team.
So maybe another Emmy. Okay, I am about to bring out our guest, Ben Platt. He's waiting backstage. He has headphones on. I know. He's waiting backstage. He has headphones on and can't hear anything that I'm saying right now. If I can get him to say a mystery word during his interview at any point, everyone in the audience is going to win a prize. So I have to, the mystery word is cowboy hat. So if I can get him to say cowboy hat. All right, let's bring him out. Our first guest is an Emmy, Grammy, and Tony Award-winning actor and singer. His new album is called Reverie. Please welcome Ben Platt. Here you are. I was talking like you hadn't come out yet. They were just.
I had those things on. I didn't
know
know what was going on.
Anyway, I like that you're here, and you're going to sing for us later. The song is beautiful. I love you. His voice is insane, isn't it? Isn't his voice?
Thank you. It's very nice.
All right. So you were just in London filming a big fancy movie. You were with Allison Janney and Kristen Bell?
Yes, I was. It's called The People We Hate at the Wedding. It's this Amazon film, and Allison Janney was my mom, and Kristen was my sister. Oh, goodness.
Two very funny women.
Two very, very funny, very, very game women. And we tried to, you know, we didn't get that much time, the three of us together, because the movie's kind of about each of us on our own little journeys, and we only come together a few times. But we tried to make the most of our downtime in London. And
I see that.
Yeah, well, yeah. And we're all theater people, so we were at lunch, and we were like, we should be going to see a show tonight. We only have a handful of nights here. And so I pulled up the What's on Stage website for the UK, and the only thing that really had tickets for 3 hours later was Magic Mike Live. Yeah, Magic Mike. And I kind of threw it out to the table as a joke. I was like, I mean, there's Magic Mike Live, and Allison and Kristen were like, we're going. And I was like, okay, so we got tickets, and it's in the Hippodrome Casino. Who knew there was a theater in the casino? I didn't. And it was, all I can say is it was very satisfying.
Yeah. Who enjoyed it the most?
Who enjoyed it the most?
Probably Allison, but she's very quiet about it because we're all masked, so it's hard to really like gauge what people are feeling about all the naked men. But we all had a really good time. I think it was a nice kind of a let loose moment. And the guy who plays my boyfriend in the movie, Karan Soni, came with us as well. Very funny guy. It was really fun.
Wait, I'm sorry. Did the Magic Mike dancers have masks on as well?
Oh no.
Okay.
No masks anywhere.
Nothing covered up.
No.
No.
Just little G-strings and that's it.
Your nails, I have to talk about the nails because
thank you.
they are they pointed or shaped or they colored like that to make them pointed?
They're little gel fake ones, Gel X.
Uh-huh.
So they're like all shaped like that. This place, Nailington, near my house on Hollywood Boulevard, does it. Shout out to Nailington. Yeah, I don't know. I never was somebody that did this, and then I've been with my boyfriend Noah now for 2 years, and he's really encouraged me, I don't know, to express myself in all sorts of ways. This is just one random example of that, but it's something that, oh yes, it's very nice. But just like, you know, any little thing that brings me joy, he's very encouraging of me doing, and he has great nails all the time. So it also helps me stop biting them, because I'm a big anxious biter, so I don't bite these because they're so pretty.
But is it harder to do things? I would think that looks like you couldn't. I couldn't even work my phone with nails like that.
It actually makes phones and like typing so much more fun because you're sort of like giving this and like giving this. Which is just way more enjoyable than like this. But
it makes you gayer, actually.
It does. It just makes everything. Everything, holding a drink is a bit gayer, everything is a bit gayer. But it makes buttons hard, zippers hard. I have a doggy, it makes like dealing with his stuff hard and, you know. But it's worth it, they're so pretty.
Yeah, they are pretty.
Thanks.
And he does the same thing with his nails?
Noah, yeah, well, we like to, you know, switch it up. Right now he's on the show called The Good Doctor on ABC, yeah, Good Doctor.
Tell everyone what he plays.
He plays Dr. Asher Wolk, who is a formerly Hasidic gay doctor. A very, very sort of known archetype, the Hasidic gay doctor. So right now he's not allowed to have them, but whenever possible, he does.
And y'all are separated for the holidays, but now what about like Happy Hanukkah, by the way?
Oh, thank you.
And will you be, do you cook?
Well, I didn't for a long time. In fact, the gas in my apartment was turned off. Because I just didn't, I was a big Seamless and Postmates person, and I was worthless in the kitchen. And Noah's like an amazing cook.
Wait, I'm sorry, you need gas for hot water. Do you know that? Like to shower.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, I mean, the oven was turned off. Let's say that. The oven's gas. Because there was like an issue with it once, and my building was like, we can either turn it off or replace it. And I was like, I don't use it, just turn it off. But Noah's an amazing cook, and so I've become a pretty good sous. Like I can, which mostly entails me just sort of cleaning up as he goes, so that by the time it's done, we can just eat it.
Yeah.
But I can do a few things. I can make some pasta from scratch now. You know, I can make a bolognese. I can heat toast.
You can heat toast?
I can chop things slowly.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't chop, but I'm the same thing. She's Portia. Well, I don't know what I'm saying. She doesn't cook. Anyway, I was going to say I'm a sous chef. She doesn't cook. Let's talk about Reverie. Let's talk about the album. And what is your favorite? You did this during COVID.
Yes, I was living in my childhood bedroom. I moved home I usually am in New York. I moved home to my family's house here in LA, and I was caught in like all my high school posters and pictures and yearbooks and clothes, and felt like this weird dichotomy of like nostalgia and being a kid, and then also feeling like very evolved and old and having a new, you know, relationship. And so I feel like the middle of those two spots is where the album came from, and I ended up being super inspired by writing on my old keyboard and Zooming with co-writers, which seemed like such an impossible thing to like write music in a virtual space. It was like, blech, we're not going to get any of the vibe, but you adapt like everybody did, and
yeah.
I'm really proud of it. I think it's a beautiful album.
It is a beautiful album.
Thanks.
It's a beautiful album. And you're singing a song later on.
Yes, I am.
More with Ben after this. We're back with Ben Platt, and you're about to go on tour. That's exciting.
Yes, I'm gonna
Are you
tour.
excited?
I can't wait. I really can't wait. I've been like sitting in my room waiting to go on tour. My favorite thing in the world is performing live, and I really am very excited. February through April, all across the country, all kinds of songs.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is a treat. Like, I came out for a rehearsal because I just love, I tell you that all the time. I just think you're so talented so many ways, but your voice is, yeah, in so many ways. He's got crazy talent.
Thank you.
And you'll bring your dog on tour?
I'm gonna try it. It's also his birthday today, by the way. He just turned 1 today.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's not him now.
Oh my God.
That's when he was a baby.
That was when he was a baby. He's like 40 pounds now. They were like, he's gonna be 15 to 20, and he's 40 pounds. Oh,
What is he? What kind?
He's mushy, Labradoodle.
Uh-huh.
Yes, indeed.
Yep.
So we're gonna try it. I'm touring on a bus for the first time, which I'm very excited about that lifestyle. The bus is very exciting to me. And I don't know how he's gonna fare on a bus, so we're gonna try it.
How is he in a car?
Not the best.
Then he's gonna hate it.
He's gonna hate it, but there's room to roam around on a bus in a way that there isn't in a car. So we'll try. But worst case, he loves Noah more than me, so he'll go live with Noah in Canada while I'm touring.
Okay, good. He has a plan B.
He has a plan B.
Yeah. Because the bus is fun.
Yeah.
I've done a tour on a bus before. It's
yeah?
really fun, yeah. So Noah encourages you to do a lot of exciting things. So what other ways would you want to express yourself besides painting your nails? I'm just wondering, like, if you had your fantasy of, like, where you'd go and what you'd wear.
Oh my goodness. I mean, we go to drag shows. I love, any kind of like, I'm a big Drag Race fan, and he's gotten me more into that. I mean, I would love to like ski with him. He's really good at skiing, and his family skis, and my family will never go anywhere that's not hot, so I'd love to do that.
Because the skiing, those are good outfits. That's the thing. I've never skied, but I like the outfits. So, because you have to think of the outfit, like you.
It's all about the gear.
Yes. So if you think about like if you'd like go like on a dude ranch or something like that.
Yeah, like I'd want a cowboy hat.
There you go. Faster than I thought. I didn't think you were going to get it that fast. That was amazing. Okay, y'all are in for such a treat. He is going to be at the Hollywood Bowl, and you're all getting tickets to go see